In an insane world, how would you know that you're sane? This is this is interesting. It's an interesting question to think about because it's like if you were sane and everyone around you was insane, you would feel like insane because they would make you feel insane. They would all be looking at you like, why do you behave differently? Why are you behaving differently from all of us? There must be something wrong with you. Not all of us. There's not something wrong with all of us. No, couldn't be. There's something wrong with you. In an insane world, if you're sane, people are going to make you feel insane. They're going to tell you that you're insane. So how would you know? How would you know that you're sane? Right? Most people today, if you look at their habits, if you look at what they do just to get through their days, they are completely assisted on substances, smoking this, drinking this, popping this pill, engaging in this distraction, you know, scrolling, mindless scrolling, video games, porn, masturbation, sex, anything to feel good, right? Easy, like easy sort of pleasure, easy forms of pleasure. I can just drink this and I feel good, everything goes away. I can pop this pill, I feel good, everything goes away. I can smoke this weed, everything goes away. I'm chilled out. I can masturbate, look at porn, I feel amazing, cloud nine. Oh, everything goes away. Just, I'm chilled out. Everybody's on something, right? Everybody is very much so running from their pain, right? Not engaging with the pain, not engaging soberly with life. They're not sexually disciplined. They're not abstaining from ejaculation, orgasm, porn, sex. They're not abstaining from alcohol and drugs and nicotine and meds and all that stuff, right? They're not abstaining from that stuff. Those are all forms of temporary, easy pleasure. It's easy. It's easy. But yet, because they're easy, because everything's so pleasurable, right? Everybody is in a constant state of manufactured pleasure. Everybody feels good, or they think that they feel good because it's a manufactured, an artificial feel good. It's an artificial sense of pleasure that everybody is constantly, you know, feeling all the time throughout the day. So, if you are not feeling those things, if you are not feeling good all the time, this temporary pleasure all the time, if you are actually engaging with the difficult emotions, the difficult pain, the difficult thoughts, and inner psychology of yourself, if you're engaging with that stuff in a real way for the first time, most people have never really engaged with this stuff ever. Really, you know, honestly, unassisted. If you are doing that stuff, you are going to be much healthier inside, underneath, right? To your core, you're going to be much healthier. But you are going to be seen because of the things that you start doing, because of this abundance of energy within you, core energy, real energy that other people are starving for. They're starved for it. Real energy, not just an energy from a substance that just goes away, it's fleeting. This is sustainable. This lasts, right? It's always there. It's like an internal, like, you know, nuclear core inside of you that's just like churning, just producing more and more energy all the time. Because of this, and because of the ways that you now start thinking, and because of the difficult emotions and inner sort of thought patterns and behavior patterns that you're dealing with, that you're engaging with, you're now going to act, whether you want to or not. Just organically, you're going to start acting completely different from everyone around you. You're going to be different. That is like the one guaranteed thing. In a world where everybody's escaping through substances and addictions and darker habits, when you're not doing that stuff, you are going to be different. People will see you as, you'll get looks like that. You'll just get looks like, because you're pressure tested. You're actually real to the core. Everybody else is fragile. They portray this persona of, yeah, everything's good. Okay, everything's great, you know? Because they're just constantly in a state of like numbed out pleasure. Yeah, everything's good. Okay, good. So when you're just like there, just chilling, normal, looking through them, you know, not engaging with their antics, not getting swayed or, you know, sort of beguiled by their their charm and their fake, you know, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's like when you're just like just looking at them, because you know, you see that that's clearly just a show and it's clearly a waste of energy, and you see clearly that it's like just a portrayal of insecurity, really. Then yeah, people are gonna think that there's something off with you. People are gonna try to convince you that you're weird. People are gonna try to convince you that there's something wrong with you because you're not like everybody else. Like, they'll just say, like, people who aren't like everybody else, they're in insane asylums. They're in mental institutions. You do see that you're different from everybody else, so you're insane. You know? You want to talk about this, you want to bring up this subject, and you know, you're expressing emotions and making people feel uncomfortable. You're making people feel uncomfortable. That's the that's the thing. That's the main thing, is like that they'll get you with that. They'll guilt you with, you must be insane, you must be wrong because you're making people feel uncomfortable. That's like so common. That's the main tactic. That's the main thing that they say. You're making people feel uncomfortable. We need to escort you out of the room, lock you away. You're making people uncomfortable. Oh. People never stop to think. They never stop to actually consider that it's possible that the reason this person is making people feel uncomfortable is not necessarily because they're doing anything wrong. It might be everybody else is not as healthy as they think. They're not as well developed, well balanced. They're not as engaged in reality. They're not as, pressure tested. They're not as comfortable with difficult or comfortable with real things, real subjects as they think. They might all be doing something wrong. They all might be doing something wrong. Not you. Not the person that just asked like a difficult question. you know? You took things like just a little bit deeper than superficial. Oh my God. Oh my God, crucify me. I asked a question that wasn't about the weather or Ron's deck that he's building or, you know, Rhonda's, side gig with the makeup that she's selling. Like, oh my gosh, I actually asked like, you know, something difficult. Something about, I touched on maybe like why do you think that? Oh, why did you do that? Or I expressed an opinion that was maybe brought up some, oh my gosh, it disagreed with the room. Oh my gosh, I disagreed. I didn't agree with the room. I disagreed. And I said it in a very balanced way. Just like everybody just got bent out of shape. Oh yeah, I'm crazy though. It couldn't just be that like, you know, I'm more comfortable with things, you know? It can't just be that everybody else is just not as comfortable. They're not as comfortable with things that challenge their emotions, things that bring up difficult emotions, things that bring up difficult thoughts, because they all just want to feel good all the time. They're all escaping these things. They're all not dealing with these things. You couldn't just be that, right? You can't just be that. I'm sorry, but in a world where, let me say this just once and clear. In a world where everyone is delving in some form of escape, some form of substance or pill, drink, like some sort of darker activity, habit to distract themselves, to give them temporary, easy pleasure, to numb themselves out so they can escape from dealing with the difficult things. In a world full of people like that, the person who is not doing that stuff is the sane one. Always. That is the sanest person on the planet. Everyone else is insane. Everyone else is out of control. Everyone else is holding up this facade made of glass that can just be shattered. Give it a little too much pressure, done. Like that's the thing, like up the pressure, up the stress. That's how you know if somebody's real. That's how you know if somebody's real. Just up the pressure, up the stress. The way that they carry themselves, the way that they handle it. People's ability to express themselves, express their thoughts, express their emotions in a in a balanced, sort of healthy way, that demonstrates some real work, you know. That demonstrates they 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 really got it, underneath. Everybody's they're just so like furtive. They're just so vigilant, just on their guard. Just let me pop a pill. Let me drink something. Everybody's energy is completely out of whack. Everybody got chaotic energy, like weird, frantic, imbalanced, frazzly, nervous, busy, too busy, you know, dark, maybe just too dark, too moody, you know, just very like uneasy energy, right? There's an energy about them that just don't sit, that just don't move, that just don't move right. That just don't move like calm, collected, chill, sure. It's because of the stress in their mind. It's because they're so stressed. They're so stressed because they don't have energy. Their body is in survival mode. It knows that it has a real lack of core energy, and so it is basically saying, we're close to death. It's stressing out. Its alarm bells are going off. So people take this and take that and take this to just numb it all away, but you're not addressing the fundamental lack of energy within yourself. So you're not actually doing anything. You're just making it worse. Because it takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort out of the organism to produce those feelings of pleasure, those temporary feelings of pleasure. So you're sending your body into even deeper survival mode. Now you have even less energy than you did before. It's like, no wonder you're just falling apart. But no. The person who makes everyone feel uncomfortable, but actually is behind closed doors a really healthy person, they're practicing all the right habits, they eat the best diet, they work out consistently, they don't do this substance, they don't partake in that, they're not engaging in, porn or masturbation or sex or anything like that. No, they're the weird one. They're the unhealthy one because they're making people uncomfortable. Yeah, sure. All right, that's it. That's the video.